Assalamualaikum and a very good morning everyone. My name is Nurfazira binti Yusni and my metric number is 276921 and I'm a student of English Proficiency 2.
Hi, and I'm Nangkalida binti Kasdi, number metric 27114.
Today, I would like to talk about environmental pollution, which one of the topic that hot issue from our nature. So let me explain first what is environmental pollution. Environmental pollution is the process of making this land, water, air or other parts of this environmental dirty and not safe to use or not suitable to use in this earth. This can be done through the introduction of contaminant into a natural environment. But today, I and Khalida will show how it's going to cause and the effect and our opinion to prevent this issue. So I'm going to tell you my view for water pollution and air pollution. And my friend Khalida will explain about soil pollution and noise pollution. So let's talk about water pollution. Actually, what is water pollution? Let me introduce. Water pollution is any changes that occurs directly and or indirectly to the physical, thermal, biological or radioactive properties of water, and it will affect the use function of the water to humans, animals and other living things. Most of this contaminated water is not caused by the water itself, but the main causes of this water pollution in Malaysia are from the industrial waste and toxin from the industrial plants. In addition, the waste of this toxin is also very dangerous to humans and especially to the aquatic life. It can threaten the life and extinction of this species. Based on my view, all of this will affect to our health. In general, water pollution actually can kill people. Contaminated water makes us feel sick and because it carries thousand type of virus and bacteria that caused by the waste product and harmful toxins. Among these diseases associated with water pollution, diarrhea, typhoid and bowel cancer. Okay. In fact, contaminated water is not only dangerous to drink, but it is also affect to the skin cancer and other complications. Second, it will affect to the environment aquatic life such as fish, shrimp, and turtle. For example, almost the turtles that die from the water pollution is due to being swallowed by the plastic or human waste. Okay, and then the water polluted areas are no longer suitable for any habitats. This is because the growing plants cannot live well and animals or even humans who drink from the polluted water can die. I have go to see the turtle in Penang when I'm joined a program when I was in Form 6. In there, we learn about the population of the turtle are decreasing every year because of human waste into the sea. Actually, there is no easy step that can be taken. This effort needs to be mobilized and joined by the parties to ensure that it is successful. In my opinion, to stop the water pollution is through educating the community first. The mass media and the electronic media need to play an important and frequent role in raising public awareness of the dangers of the water pollution. The love of cleanliness need to be started from an early age. And parents, teachers need to play their role and let the children know to avoid and to prevent this water pollution. Set a goal and teach them a good example such as throwing rubbish in the rubbish bin, picking up the rubbish that appears on the floor and so on, and practice the 3R, which are reuse, reduce and recycle. And secondly is the law by the government. So let's say if the factory throw their waste into the sea, so there should be penalty. Minimum, I think, around 1,100 ringgit Malaysia, or imprisoned for a term not exceeding 5 years or both. And the third is through studies and experiments. On the part of scientists, they should continue to conduct studies and experiments to find solution and easier ways to eliminate waste, especially plastic that can take up hundreds of years to decompose. Okay, so in conclusion, water pollution occurs due to humans, and humans also need to plan and act to ensure water pollution does not become severe. The second type of pollution is air pollution. Air pollution is a condition that involves the interaction of any chemical, particle matter, or biological material that can cause harm, discomfort to humans or other living organisms, as well as the damage of the environment when it released into the atmosphere. So the example of air pollution are carbon dioxide gas, sulfur dioxide, chlorofluorocarbons, DCFC, and the radioactive waste. Where are all of this coming from? The number one is coming from motor vehicle and smoke emissions. Nowadays, vehicles are daily necessity, and the use and production of motor vehicles every year is increasing on the roads and highway. And then the burning of the fossil fuels, the petrol that we use from the motor vehicles or even our cars, can produce carbon monoxide gas. Imagine that every day the smoke from the vehicles like car is released into the air, and the total of use is increasing billions, and it causes the air pollution. In my opinion, the number of vehicles using the road, especially in the affected areas such as Kuala Lumpur, Damansara, and Klang Valley or other road, should be blocked or reduced, because from my experience, I have seen many people use their own transportation more than the public transport such as monorail, bus, KTM, and others. So you should go for a public transport instead of your own transportation. In order to prevent this, truly every members of our society should be sensitive to the effects of air pollution and work together to play a role in maintaining this beautiful earth for our future generation. So, do not practice the attitude of pointing fingers, especially at the government, because this earth belongs to us together.
Noise pollution. Noise pollution is the creation of loud and noisy noises from machine, animal, or human that interfere with other life or activity or equilibrium. Most of these sources of emission occur outside the home, such as transport network, including car noise, aircraft noise, and train noise. Unstructured urban development has caused noise pollution as industry building and adjacent resident area, and can cause noise pollution in resident area. Cause of noise pollution. Other sources of noise pollution inside and outside the house include vehicle alarm, emergency service siren, office mission, industrial device, construction work, site repair equipment, door barking, like electrical appliance, engine hardware, buzzing light, outdoor entertainment system, voice speaker, and loudspeaker. For example, and from my experience, sometimes this noise pollution come from a selfish human attitude, while using voice speaker as entertainment and singing in the house until late night, and mess with other people was leisure. And the effect of noise pollution is impact on human health. Some effects are naturally related to health and behavior. This unwanted noise is known as voice pollution. This unwanted noise can damage health both physiologically and psychologically. Noise pollution can cause a person to have nausea and have disorders such as aggressive posture, hypertension, high stress level, hearing loss, sleep disturbance, and other adverse effects. Next, stress and hypertension are the main cause of health issue, where the ears are ringing or tinnitus, which can cause a person to have memory problems, extreme stress, and unpredictable panic attack. Chronic exposure to noise can result in the permanent loss of hearing. Statistics have shown the other men who are exposed to noise will suffer less hearing loss than their unexposed counterpart. While difference in hearing sensitivity between the two groups will decrease over time, these two groups are indistinguishable at 79 years of age. Noise pollution is also a cause of public concern. In 2005, a study by Spanish researchers found that people in urban areas are willing to pay about euro 4 per decibel per year to minimize noise. Prevention. Various measures are in effect to minimize road noise, such as the use of noise barrier, restricting vehicle speed, adjusting the texture of road surface, limiting heavy vehicle, using traffic controls that smooth traffic flow to reduce braking and acceleration, and designing tire. The computer model of road noise capable of dealing with topography, meteorology, traffic operation, and the elimination of local hypotheses is an important factor in the implementation of this strategy. For aircraft noise can be minimized to a degree with their redesign with jet engine, which was carried out diligently in the year. Orders noise from housing can be avoided by fostering an attitude of good value on its own. That is, an attitude of tolerance toward the local community is very important in preventing noise pollution. And next is soil pollution. Soil pollution. Soil pollution is caused by presence of chemical, xenobiotic, or other changes in natural soil environment. It is usually caused by industrial activity, agricultural, chemical, or improper waste disposal. The most common chemicals involved solvent, pesticides, lead, and other heavy metals. This pollution is associated with the level of industry and the intensity of chemical use. Cause of soil pollution. First is agricultural practice such as the use of pesticides, herbicides, and chemical fertilizers. Second is disposal of reservoirs. Third is drainage of contaminated surface water into the soil. As example, pesticides and herbicides. Pesticides are a product or combination of material used to destroy pests. Pesticides can be chemicals, biological agents such as viruses or bacteria. Antimicrobial disinfection or pest control products. Pests include insect, plant disease, wet mollusks, birds, rodents, fish, and microbes that compete with human for food. It also damage property, spread or cause disease or disruption. While there are benefits to the use of pesticides, there are also drawbacks such as the potential for exposure to human and other species. This can cause soil contamination as toxin sprays to destroy pests can come into contact with the soil and contaminate the soil. In fact, soil pollution is spreading germs and disease. One of the consequences that can arise as a result of soil contamination is the spread of germs and disease. Pests such as rodents, cockroaches, and flies can swarm in polluted soil and disperse germs and disease elsewhere. If food that is infested with flies or consumed by cockroaches is then unintentionally eaten by humans, then humans can be easily attacked by food poisoning. This can cause the individual to get a serious illness. Prevention for soil pollution is awareness campaign. Awareness campaign is the move to address this is to start an awareness campaign to minimize environmental pollution. The Cintailah Sungai Kita Recycling and Sahabat Alam initiative are among the environmental campaign that can be introduced. In this campaign, each person will be taught how important the environment is to every life and so on.